Hi there, Colfax. I'm Max Wolff. Here with me is Justin Baiocchi, and we're right here on the Colfax High School campus bringing you an in-depth look at the Mini Makers Fair.
Yes, it's a beautiful day here. There's all sorts of booths to check out, from some play art over here, Spanish culture projects, photography. We have some music here too, all sorts of great stuff.
As a matter of fact, I'm getting word from my producers now that our field reporter John McCann is ready to give us a look at the Spanish Culture Club booth. Let's go to John McCann.
What's up, Colfax? I'm John McCann here at the Makers Fair with Celeste and Danica, and they're about to show us their project. So can you guys kind of run me through, like, what is this painting about and what's the salsa?
All right, so this painting right here is a recreation of Salvador Dali's The Anthropomorphic Cabinet. Next to it, we have another recreation of Salvador Dali's works. And right here we have some food.
So for my Spanish project this year, I made some food. So I just made some salsa and decided to let everyone try a little piece of Spanish culture.
That's awesome. Could you explain what that puzzle is right there?
Good luck. All right, so this puzzle right here is called the Missing Square Puzzle. As you can see, it's a full triangle, but when you move the pieces around, there's a missing square that appears.
Wow, that is crazy. Well, thank you, ladies, and thank you for your time, and let's send it back to the desk.
Thank you, John, for that beautiful interview. We're now here with Mrs. Baruso. Justin's going to ask her a couple questions here.
Yep, so Ms. Baruso, my first question is, what opportunities has the Makers Fair opened up to our Colfax students?
So this is just a really great way for students to show off all the things they've been working so hard on over the year, and for some students over the past 4 years. Honestly, it's just a great way for kids to kind of see the full circle where things begin. We have some beginning students who are setting up some things for kids, up to the very final portfolio pieces where students are just showcasing the best of the best, in my opinion, at a professional level.
Yeah, I know the Makers Fair has gotten better and better every year, even since I've participated in it, so it's great to see where it goes next.
As a matter of fact, how is this year's Makers Fair different than the past years?
Well, as Justin just said, it is bigger, it's better. One thing we're really excited about this year is that there's more involvement from other departments. So both Spanish classes, both Spanish teachers encourage their students to get involved. So they're showing off their culture projects. Some of them even have snacks. And we also have the guitar students here for the first time. And they're just providing not only this amazing concert for us, but a great demonstration of how students who go through the music program can shine in other ways other than our spring concert, which we all just got to see last week.
It's obvious there's all sorts of great stuff here, but is there any specific booths that you recommend we check out?
So they're all amazing. If you have young kids here, I would send them towards the interactive booths where kids can make crafts and experiment with that design process. I've been sending people over to the Spanish tables just because it's new, so it's super fun to see how students take pride in learning about another culture and sharing that. And obviously the CTE classes, the CIM classes always make amazing things out of wood, so those are exciting for me too.
Great, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And if I may ask, what is this beautiful piece called right here?
Can you say really loud what it's called, Eva? See, this is a collage, and it's called catfish juice.
Absolutely stunning.
Nevaeh helped her make it.
Well, thank you so much for your time, Ms. Baruso. Our field reporter is once again ready for us. I believe he is at the Grand Kinetic Championship booth, so we're going to send it over to John once again.
Hey, Colfax, I'm back again. This time with Abby Gonzalez, and she's going to run us through, she's part of the Kinetic Grand Championship team, and she's going to run us through what her whole project is.
So this is for our Engineering Arts Club, and we meet every Wednesday after school, and we work on it from about after school until 5:30. And this is our art component of the Engineering Arts Club. It's going to go on the cart, and our team's name this year is the Dimlets, so that's why we're making a giant broken light bulb.
So how long did it take to actually make this?
We've been actually working on this all term, so it's been a crazy ride.
And are you guys graded on it for a class, or is it just for the club?
It's just a club, so it's an extracurricular activity, just like any sport. And
so do you guys also take part of the race? Is there a giant race?
Yeah, so the race is a triathlon, and we go on land, sea, and sand. So that's why we have the baton, or whatever they're called, on the side of it so it can float. And we already did a water test. But yeah, those girls from the Engineering Arts Club are also going to race with everyone else.
That's awesome, Abby. Thank you for your time. Now let's send it back to the desk.
Thank you so much, John, once again. That team is just so cool in what they do at this school, bringing so many championships to the school in a different way than anyone could think possible.
It's always exciting to see what they do every year. You know, there's all sorts of other great booths we have here. Over in the corner here, we have a great sort of photography booth. You can take your phone and take a semi-professional photo. We've got lights and stuff set up. I think that's just great because, you know, photography is one of my hobbies that I really love to do. Are there any booths that you've seen, Max, that really piqued your interest?
Justin, honestly, just what you're saying about all these booths, it just reinforces the fact that what this Makers Faire is for, and it's to showcase the work of students, you know, that may not get to show their creativity in any other way. So this is just a beautiful outlet to show the creativity of the Colfax student body. But for me, you know, I'm really excited about the beautiful sounds I'm hearing from the guitar booth to my right. I'm hearing a lot of songs I know, maybe even some originals. So I'm really excited for John to get over there. But I do believe he is ready once again to take him to another booth. He's at the photo booth. So let's go to John McCann.
Colfax, I'm back. This time I'm with Ponka and Brooke, and they're gonna run us through what they have today.
Yeah, so Brooke and I are both Photo 2 students, and for our project, we decided to have our theme be sunsets. So Brooke's photos are on the top, and she just took photos for like her silhouette project, and I took my photos like over the course of the whole term. And we just put them up, and we're displaying them and just talking to people about them and explaining like how we took them and like what post-processing we did to them and stuff like that.
And are these like graded for photography?
Well, yeah, like they're individual projects, so we get to choose what we wanna do for our project, and then like over the course of like 2 weeks, like once we do it, like she'll give us like some feedback on it, and yeah.
And how do you guys pick locations? Do you just kind of look up like what's like nice spots to take pictures, or how's that work?
So for me, like I kind of just talked to Baruso about like certain locations that would be good for sunsets. I looked up on the internet like locations around here, and I managed to come up with like Folsom Lake and Winchester and just some local areas where I could take good sunset pictures.
That's awesome. Thank you, ladies. Now let's send it back to the desk.
And thank you, John, for that in-depth look at the photo booth. We're back here at the desk now, but before we go any further, I'd like to just give a big thank you to our sponsor, Clipper Creek. And Justin's going to show you right here. They're on our shirts. They've helped sponsor this whole event. So big thank you to them.
Yeah, they've been a huge help here. They help us make this whole amazing event possible. You know, this is Makers Faire event, something you wouldn't see at every school, and it's a really amazing opportunity for our students to show off, you know, what they can do throughout the year.
Absolutely. And without people like this, you know, these beautiful events wouldn't be possible. Justin, what are you thinking so far? I mean, the environment's awesome.
Yeah, I love the energy here. I'm glad I'm seeing the middle school students coming in and checking everything out, because, you know, we didn't have something like this when I was in middle school, and I really would have liked to seen it to, you know, get a little real example of what photography would be like in high school and wood shop, because those are two things I really enjoyed when I was here at Colfax. So
yeah, those are super fun classes. And I'm once again getting word from my producers. John is ready once again. This time they're at the metal booth, so we're gonna head on over to the metal booth.
Hey Colfax, I'm back again with Jacob Crakeover, and he's part of the metal class, and he's about to tell us what this is all about.
Okay, so for my station, we're making name tags with the little chisels and the hammers, and then we make it into a necklace for the kids.
Do you guys charge for these, or are they free?
No, they're free.
That's awesome. Do you guys just order the dog tags, or do you make the whole like tag itself?
Yeah, Mr. Kinsey cut them out, and like I'm not really sure how it all happened. But.
And what's the process of making the actual engravers? How do you do that?
So you take one of the little name tags, and you take the little chisel things, and you just stamp it into the metal with the hammer.
That's awesome, Jacob. Thank you for your time. Let's send it back to the desk.
We're back here at the desk. We've got a big elementary school class here watching us. What is your name?
Lila.
This is Lila. Lila here is going to tell us about her initial impressions on the Maker Faire. Lila, when you came through those doors, what did you think so far? Lots of fun? Yeah, I mean, it is pretty awesome, isn't it? What do you guys think?
You guys like it?
Eh? You guys are having fun? Yeah, I'm getting some thumbs up. I'm getting some halfway thumbs up. This is a really fun event. You guys, what booths are you guys excited for to go check out right now? Anyone? Lila? Specific booth you're ready, super excited for? We got guitar over there, some photos, ceramics. Really cool.
Looks
That's
really
a
cool,
great
yeah.
answer. Now I'm hearing once again, John McCann is ready for us. So we're going over to another booth with John.
What's up, Colfax? I'm back, this time with Daniel Chester. He's part of the metal shop class. And Daniel, can you kind of explain to me what you got here?
Yeah, so I basically took a design that basically outlined the whole flag, and I started looking up, okay, like, what do you think of when you think of the U.S. Air Force, like this flag here? And I thought, okay, jets, planes. So I started filling them in. Then I put in the logos for most of the flags and just started making them.
That's awesome. And what's sort of the process you actually go through to make one of these flags?
So the process, it's kind of long, but the simplified version is I start with an outline on Mastercam, and I start filling it in. Then I cut it out on the CNC plasma cutter, and I start painting coat after coat.
That's awesome. Well, thanks for your time, Daniel, and best of luck to you. Let's send it back to the desk.
And we're back once again with the elementary school kids. We've got a new kid here. What is your name? This is Cooper. So Cooper, what grade are you in? First grade. Justin's gonna ask you a couple questions about your impressions on the Makers Fair.
What do you think the coolest booth is here that you've seen? Just like point at one do you think's nice, maybe. Just look around. Which one? You like one in particular? The art over there? Yeah. I hear one of the girls over there actually, if you give her like some money, she'll do a watercolor for you, so that's pretty cool. You can ask her to draw you or something, you know?
And really quick, we'll have this whole class stand up. Why don't you guys just look in that camera and give us a big wave. Stand up and give us a big wave. We've got our youth in the building here. We got our future Colfax Falcons ready to take on whatever challenges the world throws at them. Hopefully we see some of you guys here at the Makers Fair, right? In a couple years, maybe?
Yeah,
hopefully.
It'll be great to see how many of these guys end up having amazing booths here. I'm sure all of them
Absolutely.
have the ability.
Now, John McCann and his camera op, Spencer Hall, are ready for us once again. They're at the art booth, so we're going to take it back to them.
Hey, Colfax, I'm back again, and this time with Keegan O'Sullivan. Keegan, will you kind of walk us through what you're working on here?
All right, so I'm working on this giant screw portrait made out of screws, and I'm painting over it right now to create the contour of the face. And the end result is going to be a birthday present from my grandpa.
That's awesome. And what kind of art do you have over here? Is this also yours?
So I have art in all different mediums. I have a piece made out of glitter. I have some broken mirror with lipstick painted on the top. We have some newspaper layered on top of some chalk pastel, and we also have just acrylic.
Yeah, and so back to this, how long has this taken you so far? How long have you been working on it for?
About a month, intermittently, on and off.
That's awesome. Well, thank you, Keegan, and let's send it back to the desk.
Well, I don't know about you, Justin, but the art booths are some of my favorite. The beautiful colors, the beautiful depictions of everyday things. I just think it's so cool.
I love seeing the things that artists come up with. You know, I like I said before, I like photography, but some of those insights they have into art is really amazing. And, you know, all their department teachers are amazing. You know, Miss Brusso and Miss Ortega, they both help to bring this project alive, and so it's just great to see everyone out here having fun.
Absolutely. And we're already seeing even more people flooding into this event right now. I don't even know how the quad's going to hold this many people.
Yeah, it looks like everyone's having a lot of fun too. All sorts of interesting stuff going on. Can't wait to see what other booths John will have up next for us.
As am I. Let's take a look at our roof shot now, and we'll show you how many people are truly here.
As you can see, there's all sorts of people, you know, kind of in the upper left. We've got a couple high school classes here, a couple middle school, elementary school kids. Everyone seems like they're having a lot of fun, young and old, parents.
And Justin, if you look close enough, I'm sure you can find our camera ops, John and Spencer, over there. As a matter of fact, I'm hearing from them right now. They are at the ceramics booth, ready to give us another awesome interview. Let's go to them.
Colfax, I'm back again, this time with Izzy Reyna, and she's part of ceramics. Izzy, can you kind of walk me through what you've been doing over here?
I've kind of just been pouring some emotions into my artwork. There's a few from sophomore year. They're a little iffy, but I think my favorite art piece is either this one. It kind of just describes how, like, when you hide your emotions on the inside and you just want to scream. So that's what this one's portraying. And then this one over here is kind of like you're either thinking with your brain, and then you can take the brain out, and then you can put the heart in, so you're thinking with your heart.
That is amazing. Oh my goodness. How much did all this? How much time did it take you to do all this stuff?
The Sgraffito is probably the hardest because you have to find what you want to do, you have to draw it on, and then the tedious work of scratching it all off. It's just, that right there is kind of, it takes a while. So.
That's awesome, Izzy. Thank you for your time, and let's send it back to the desk.
Everybody, me and Max are back. We're here with Miss Ortega now. She's had a huge part in this Makers Faire, and me and Max have a couple questions for her to answer really quick.
So, Ms. Ortega, how did the Makers Faire begin in the first place? What started this whole event?
Well, that's a fabulous question, Max. It really started as a way that Mr. Kenzie, Mrs. Baruso, Mr. Schwartz, and I wanted to showcase what our students do. And then we realized that all students on campus are making things in some sort of way.
Right.
And we really want to highlight as much making that happens. I think it's a really fun platform for adults, and if you notice, there's little kids everywhere to kind of see like what we do in high school. So,
absolutely.
Yeah.
So I know the Makers Faire has come a long way since it started, but can you tell me what you want to see in the future, maybe? Any ideas that you and Mr. Schwartz, Ms. Baruso might have?
Yeah. So this is our second year, and it's grown so much in 1 year. It's amazing, and you know, we're after today, I'm sure we'll sit down and see where we want to take it. But we really just want to highlight all departments on campus in some way and get people out here to see what's happening.
Mm-hmm. I like seeing the new departments come in, like the band over here is great, you know, photography, and the photography back there, that's great too.
We have yoga going on too.
Yeah,
which
yoga's
is super
great.
fun.
Yeah, all sorts of fun stuff.
Great.
And what made you want to take a leading role in something like this?
Well, we used to do an art show every year, and that was it was a lot of work. It was fun. It was great. Every student participated. But it really, I didn't feel like was capturing what was happening in our departments, and I think it was just a new, fresh way of looking at what's going on. There's a big push for students to understand the design process, and showing that it's happening everywhere on campus is fun.
Yeah, well, I mean, one of the main things I remember from Tech Essentials is the design process.
Right?
Yeah. So it's drilled into your head since freshman year.
It sticks with you all through high school.
Right.
Absolutely.
Well, and I think that's why we have such great presentations, because you learn when you're a freshman. It's important to really put your best forward, and that has shown through with every display that we have today.
Very true. Yeah. Well, Ms. Ortega, thank you so much for being on the show with us today. We're going to send it over to John McCann, who is with Svea North.
Colfax, I'm back again, this time with Svea North from ceramics class. Svea, what are you doing right now?
I'm doing a process called throwing. It's pretty much you can make anything perfectly symmetrical, cups, bowls, pots, anything, plates even. It's really fun, relaxing. I love doing it. It takes a long time, but I really enjoy it, and yeah, it's really fun.
Could you kind of like walk me through the process of what you actually do to make one?
Okay, so first you start with a ball of clay. You can start with clay just kind of like this, and then you form it into a ball, throw it on there, and then you start by centering the clay. If the clay isn't centered, then it's really hard to make your piece symmetrical. So you throw it on there, you center it with your hands using pressure, and then from there you just make your incision in the middle, and then you build from there depending on what you want to do. You know, you can build up or outwards, or there's a lot of cool stuff you can do with it.
Well, that's awesome. Thank you, Svea. Now let's send it back to the desk.
Thank you, John. That is so cool what Svea's doing out here. Me and Justin are going to take a quick break now. We're going to send it up to the roof cam so you can keep up to date on all the action, and we'll see you in a couple minutes.
We'll be right back.
Welcome back to the Mini Maker Faire here at Colfax High School. Thank you to Max and Justin for first half coverage. I'm Sara Detwiler with my co-host Richey Robinowitz. Over the commercial break, I just got back from the Discover Club, which is all things science put on by all females. Richey, where did you just come from?
I went to the guitar club over here, and they're playing some freestyle music, and it looks pretty awesome and sounds beautiful.
That is so awesome. We have so many fantastic and talented musicians here. Now I just received word that Max is over at the Discover Club, so let's send it all on over to Max.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with Amelia Moses. Amelia, what is this booth?
This is Discover Her Science Club's booth, where you get to play with a non-Newtonian fluid called oobleck.
Okay, and what is Discover Her Science?
Discover Her Science is, well, pretty much it's a club that's every other week on Thursdays, and you will be doing experiments and getting ready for going to like elementary schools for speeches and just all out. It's just fun.
Very cool, very cool. Could you walk me through the process of making, and what was this? You said oobleck? Oobleck, what a name. So what is the process that goes into making something like this?
Not hard at all. It's just you mix cornstarch and water together, and then if you want to give it color, you just put some food coloring in it, and that's all.
Wow, that's pretty simple. So you could say even, people at home could make this.
Yes, absolutely.
That's so cool. Well, thank you, Amelia, so much. Let's send it back to the anchor booth.
Thank you, Max, for a very enlightening piece. Also, what I noticed was our wood shop. Richie, what was going on over there?
A lot of creative things. They've created multiple and many creative things. I do believe they have a chessboard over there made all by the students, every single piece. And they have other kind of puzzle sort of things, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I happened to be in that class last term, and I made so many fantastic pieces. It was a really amazing and enlightening experience. So let's send it on over to Max Wolff again in the field, this time over with our guitarist making music. We just mentioned that, but let's get to take a closer look at him.
Here at the Guitar Club, what is everyone's name here?
My name is Dagan.
I'm Haley.
I'm Annie.
I'm Ben.
I'm Damien.
Awesome, and so this is your Guitar Club. What are you guys feeling right now? What can you play for me?
We can play a trio for you if you want.
You can play a trio? All right, they're going to play a trio for us. Take it away.
Ready? Yeah. Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Very nice. My goodness, bravo. So what does it take to get to this point where you can do something so cool like that?
Practice, lots of practice.
Lots of practice. So this is a after school or before school club?
It's a class.
Oh, that's super cool. So you guys get to do this on school time. That is awesome. My goodness. So I'm assuming you guys practice at home?
Yes, practice at home.
And what would you say your favorite song to play is?
Right now it'd be Bore.
What was that?
Bore.
All right, very cool. All right. Well, thank you to the whole Guitar Club. We're going to send it back to the desk now.
What's up, guys?
Thank you, Max. Go ahead.
We have some elementary school here, an 8th grader, Jimmy Dean Smith, who is just visiting here. Jimmy, what has been your favorite event here so far?
I really like the pictures. They're really neat and awesome. It's probably my favorite so far.
And Jimmy, you are coming here next year, aren't you, Colfax High School?
Correct.
That's awesome. We're going to be very happy to see you here next year.
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right, what about you guys? What was your favorite club so far that you've seen? Come here. The music. We have a lot of favorite clubs here. Music and arts is a very popular topic here. Well, I think that is all from us, Richie. Yes, we are here live from the Mini Makers Fair at Colfax High School. I'm Sara Detwiler.
I'm Richey Robinowitz. And we'll see you next time.
Yeah.
Here at another photo booth. What's your name?
My name is Kendra.
Kendra, nice to meet you. Could you tell me a little bit about something that's on your table here?
Yeah, so these are cyanotypes, and they're a chemical-based picture, and so pretty much you paint on the chemicals on the paper or ceramic tiles or fabric, and you lay a negative on top and you put it out in the sun for 10 minutes and you wash it off, and then there's your picture.
And that's what gives it this different color?
Yes, the chemical turns blue when it's exposed to the sun.
Very cool. And what about these? These seem like older style cameras than what people would use today.
Yeah, so this is a Holga camera, and it's very rudimentary. It only has a couple settings on it. It's kind of difficult to use though. And then these are pinhole cameras that we actually made in class. And so it has like a really tiny pinhole that exposes the light. Yeah.
And so that was a class project?
Yeah, everyone in photography made their own pinhole cameras, and then we all experimented with it, and we got some pictures out of them.
That is very cool. Anything you can tell me about the pictures behind you here?
Well, these little tiny ones are pinhole cameras, and then some of these are photograms, and the rest are just 35mm film cameras.
That's very cool. Well, thank you so much for your time. We'll go back to the desk. I am here with Destiny Lang. Destiny, can you tell me what's going on? This is sort of chaos over here.
Well, we're creating wings because together we soar, and we're just letting them have a little insight about what it is to be part of Colfax.
And could you tell me about your beautiful face art here?
Well, it just makes us look cute.
Okay, Hope, you got any comment on that?
I'd take credit for Destiny's beautiful jewels on her face, and we love spreading jewels. We do.
They love jewels. You heard it here first. So, whose booth is this? What booth is this affiliated with?
This is Art 1 and IED.
Very cool. I like the mix between art and IED, giving the kids a great outlet to color some stuff here. What gave you the idea to do this?
Well, the wings was just an idea to like get them like a part of like the Makers Fair and to like say together we soar because that's our slogan for the year. But the bracelets just kind of came to me when I was like, I just love bracelets, so they'll probably love it too.
There you go. Well, you heard it here. Her love of bracelets, face art, and IED brought us all here together. Kids, are you guys having fun here? What do you guys think?
Yes.
What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts, sir? He has no thoughts, but I see it in his eyes. I see it in his eyes. He's having fun. So we're going to go back to the anchor desk now. Thank you so much for joining us here at this beautiful booth.